Bismillah. Hey, chewing living by the G code. What the is fleek though? Don't ask them, what do we know? What I forgot is better than whatever they remember. Never mind, I'm off it, it's quiet form. Time to put the temper tantrums to the quiet corner. Hush, that's enough, said the ruler. No suckers allowed to break bread or asunder. The daylight, lightning and the thunder. Sun, moon, and stars and the hunger. Abundance in bundles, blessings and troubles. Towers and tunnels, views and valleys, waves and peaks. Streets you from, son, planet Earth. And ain't scared of no Mars attack. What type of bars is that? Stay off my jack. I'm out they corny riot garments. Top 5 dialing on them. Super fly, slicker, top rope. Eagles diving on them. You why you lying, homie? You won't play with my emotions, Smokey. Big chief, heart rate, big beat, B-E-Y, I seen straight jacket, come clean, big said it was a dream, now it's a living thing, with you and living kings, I mean it, Yasin in the R-E-D, original nation, with one solid, straight jacket, come clean, Yasin and the R-E-D, original nation, with one solid, we're with you and living, you know with you and living.
Confronted by the ally nation, alien nation, the subjects and the citizens see the material religions through trauma and numb. Nothing is related. All the things of the earth and in the sky have energy to be exploited. Even themselves, mining their spirits into souls sold. Into nothing is sacred, not even their self. The ally nation, alien nation.
Illuminati, emergency on planet Earth. The currency is murder, you a man of worth. They say the day is coming, drumming that you can't reverse. Watch the banner burn before the cannon burst. Don't chase an illusion, the nation hallucina. Hallelujah, taste of the future, the people, the shower, the pistol, the coward, the face of the future. Lonely martyrs, magic carpets, dirty blankets, Coca-Cola, soul controller, holy waters. Middle East mode, sand glorious, cheat code in Babylonian, the Orient. My superhero got the people power. Yasin and Yasin, you should heed the hour.
With you and living kings, I mean it. Yasin and Yasin in the R-E-D. I mean it. Original nation with one solid, straight jacket, come clean, Yasin and Yasin and the R-E-D. Original nation with one solid, we're with true and living.
It is not to form, and they are the very people telling the black man that he ought to lift himself by his own bootstraps. And this is what we are faced with, and this is a reality. Now, when we come to Washington in this campaign, we are coming to get our check.
Carrying up, paternal and maternal sizes. Paternal and maternal
maternal sides of Cherokee. Which is definitely a part of here. I'm definitely a native, a true Native American, you know, paternal and maternal sides is Cherokee. So yeah, for like America for real.
What do you think, Morgan? Is this political correctness gone too far?
Yeah. I mean, we have a tendency to do that anyway. I mean, you get politically correct. Stuff happens that you don't want to happen. I all of a sudden became an African. Political correctness, African American. I'm not African. An American. I'm not African. An American. I'm not
worth it.
With the bodyguard, man.
You talk more shit than a little bit. Back to Mother Africa. That's bullshit. Without question, we are all black Americans. You do not know a goddamn thing about Africa. I am from Detroit, Motown. So you can watch Tootsie your monkey ass back to Africa if you want to.
that Mandinka face.
Mandinka? What food stuff's that you talking about? That's African. I ain't no African.
Well, I'm Mandinka. We're proud people.
And I'm American. I was born here. My mammy and my daddy was born here. And my daddy's daddy. And I ain't no African.
Do it, don't Jack. I love that guy. I don't know anything about that. But it makes me think about Indians. You know, they got names like Red Cloud, Crazy Horse, Running Bear, Black Elk. That kind of shit. Yeah, Indians, niggas, same thing.
Things were getting pretty tough during the 30s. The good thing for a lot of black actors was that they made a movie called The Green Pastures with, like they say, a cast of thousands. It gave a lot of people work, but it had all the old stereotyped characters. It was clever and funny and all black, but it was a white man's picture.
Four brothers sitting here, we didn't all come from Africa. And there was a there was a country before 1492, and our history goes way beyond 1492. So you can't start us at 1492. We were always here.
In 1860, David Wyrick, he's a guy who surveyed the Newark earthworks. He was digging into a mound near those earthworks, and he found a wooden coffin made of oak. They opened up the coffin and found a skeleton of a man holding a little box. It was about 8.10 inches in size. The box had been cemented shut here. This, by the way, is sitting in Ohio. Well, he opened up the box and he found a little man inside, a little black stone. They took it to scholars, and they looked at it. The man seems to be carrying something, and there's writing here. At first, they couldn't recognize. The writing is, they thought in 1860, some sort of Hebrew. Well, finally, about 20 years later, they found some rabbis living in the area, and the rabbis looked at that. An old kind of block Hebrew, and it was a rendition of the Ten Commandments. Now, this is another piece. Block Hebrew. They said they'd never seen anything like it. Mainstream archaeologists at the time called this a hoax. But then in 1900, or just about after 1900, in Israel, they found the same blocks, or just about after 1900, in Israel, they found the same block-style Hebrew writing. Mainstream archaeologists still dismiss the findings. They found it in Israel, and they found it in Ohio. But there was another stone that they found that they couldn't argue. This is the Bat Creek stone. It was found during the course of an official Smithsonian evacuation. The Smithsonian and the meaning of the writing on the stone. They thought it was Cherokee. Since it came from Cherokee country, they didn't realize that it's actually Hebrew. They had published this originally upside down. They threw it in a box at the bottom of the Smithsonian, put it in the basement. Many years later, a scholar took it out of the box, looked at it. What's going on here? What is that about? Where is that history? I'll show you in a few minutes, and we're going to have a conversation. And I'm going to show you some more things that the Smithsonian, science, government, commerce colluded to erase.
Hey, so shout out to Glenn Beck. He said that before he got fired.
And west of Lunis, New Mexico, an ancient inscription was carved into the face of a boulder centuries ago. It is the text of the Ten Commandments written in Hebrew. Of particular interest is the fact that this type of Hebrew writing was Paleo-Hebrew, which is a form of Hebrew that was used for approximately a 1,000-year period, ending at Columbus wrote a book called Book of Prophecies. This book sleeps today in a major Spanish library called Biblioteca Colombiana. In this book, Columbus admits that he was trying to recover the Holy City and Mount Zion. He also was wanting to convert all the islands of the Indies into Christianity. Facts found in the Americas. In a cave of the Grand Canyon, known as the Kincaid's Cave, there was a golden shrine for the Egyptian pharaoh named Khayan. Khayan was an important pharaoh. He was recorded as a descendant of Zaphnath-Paaneah. And if you have never heard of Zaphnath-Paaneah, take a close look at Genesis 41 and 45. In that very same cave were two golden head statues of King Akhenaton and Queen Nefertiti with other small golden idols. They are now on display at the Smithsonian Institute of Washington, D.C. There are also many other Egyptian artifacts found right in the Kincaid's Cave alone.
The California Gulf was also called the Red Sea originally in the 1500s, and this title still applies today, hence its present name, Vermilion Sea. Vermilion is one of the brightest shades of red, and on the other hand, the modern Red Sea never got its name until the 1800s. Before this, it was called Sinus Arabicus, or the Gulf of Arabia.
Is it so improbable that at one time California could have been an island? Today, California has over 1,500 dams. And were any of these dams built before 1600? What would the land look like if these dams... Why did maps of America call the body of water between the island of California and mainland America the Red Sea? When Deuteronomy states, "Ye shall see it no more," what is the text referring to?
Alright, so we're back in the book Queen Mu and the Egyptian Sphinx by Augustus Le Plongeon. Alright, 1896. The existence of the Western continent was no more a mystery to the inhabitants of the countries bordering on the Mediterranean than to those whose shores are bathed by the waves of the Indian Ocean. Alright, and they knew about us. Valmiki and his beautiful epic, the Ramayana. So check it out, Ramayana says that in times so remote that the sun had not yet risen above the horizon, the Mayas, great navigators, terrible warriors, we're talking about jaguar warriors, learned architects, Toltecs, conquered